Hey, happy Thursday, March the 6th, 2025, here on the Recap Lunch Hour with Guff, me, Ryan McGuffey here with you for another edition, hopefully another winning edition. Okay, Pablo, I'm already calling you out, Pablo, because I got the Aviators again, Pablo, and we are ready to go here on the Recap Lunch Hour. Plenty of stuff as always to talk about. I mean, we have we have NFL free agency staring us in the face. And the comment, yo, here come my people. Here come my people. What up, Swayze? Eli's in Jerusalem as always. Here's what I wanted to ask. I mean, look, with what's happened with Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson, are the Bears as set up as any team in the NFL for free agency? Is this team, do they have the best chance of having the biggest week? These two trades, I think, set the tone for the Chicago Bears for next week and in the draft. And to Eric Thomas's point here, we need Dahlman and now. And he's the premier center out there. He's 26 years old. We're going to find out on Monday. I think he'll be off the board very quickly. He'll be one of those guys we find out who is on the move and finding a new team soon. The Falcons want to bring him back. They can't. That's the key about the salary cap. Now, with it increasing, more and more teams are finding ways to manipulate it and stay under and bring their guys back. But there are still plenty of teams who are in bad shape. All right, so here, I knew this was come up. I knew this one was going to come up today, that the Bears need to grab Bosa. All right, so I'm happy to have this conversation. I like the idea. 9 years with the Chargers, Joey Bosa, absolute stud. In 2020, he was the NFL Rookie of the Year in 16 and set an NFL record for 19 sacks in his first 20 games. He got a 5-year, $135 million contract in 2020, the richest for a defensive player in NFL history. Since that time, you want to say this Ghost from Ghost, he's played 28 games in 3 years. I don't know. What's that contract look like? I'm being honest. I knew the Joey Bosa thing was going to be hot. Dude, the Bears kicked the tires. I'd rather kick this. Listen to what I'm saying here. I'd probably rather take a chance at an older Khalil Mack than Joey Bosa. I just said that. The talent is through the roof. Is he going to get? He's played 28 games in 3 years, folks. That's 9 a year. Eric wants Dahlman in free agency because that will fix the interior O-line, in my opinion. The Bears have a lot of choices at 10. They can go to edge defensive tackle, but anything's possible, no doubt. Swayze, looks like their coach has a lot of credibility, which makes the team more attractive. No doubt. They are doing it a lot differently here. How do we like the Smith signing? Sure. I mean, I think it's fine. Like, how do you like it? I always like throwing that back out. How do you like it? I mean, it's, is it going to win a Super Bowl? I don't think so. But I'm not saying I don't want to crap on it either. I think it works. Sorry, I'm just making sure that we are Durham Smith. First sport was baseball, yada, yada, yada. All right, so here's the thing about Durham Smith. And we were talking about this earlier. Cap and I, man, the comments. Well done, guys. He's probably the Mercedes Lewis replacement. I mean, he's a 9-catch guy. I didn't see the new Ishbia article. Is that the one about that he's bought, the White Sox had minority shares for sale, a February 28th deadline, and that the majority of them are getting out? I had known that, and that he's just buying a lot of those up. And I knew that there were people who were not going to do that. So I guess it was a story yesterday. There's no deal in place here yet. There's also he's not buying the White Sox today, not tomorrow, but yeah, I think there's certainly maybe some language for an in-waiting type situation. See, Eric, I'm with you. Give me Mack over Bosa. I agree. I need productivity. I need health. KO's on board. Let's get Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack over Joey Bosa. It's not something I thought I would say 2 years ago, but I would definitely say that now. Swayze, you like Joey, but hurt too often. That's what I'm saying. What does that contract for Joey Bosa look like? Because to me, you earn the deal of what you've done for me lately. And at 28 games in 3 years, that's why, look, if he was a high productive player playing a lot of 15 games a year, I don't think the Chargers let him go. Give me Mack. Eli wants Khalil Mack so you can wear your jersey again. There's some baseball questions coming in. Joe, Swayze, no on Joe. Bring K-Mac back. Eric, amen. Build the bullpen. Right, Lip? Talking about building the bullpen for the offensive line and your point about Smith, no doubt. Joey Bosa would command a double team and Montez Sweat would eat. I don't know about that. I don't know. He's just not played. I don't know if he's commanding a double team. I'm pulling his numbers up, so we're not going to. Joey Bosa, when he plays, he had 5 sacks last year, folks. He started 9 games, played 14, started 9. Here's his sack totals the last 3 years. Okay, this tells me everything you need to know about the current Pro Bowl format. He made the Pro Bowl. 5 sacks. Last 3 years, 5 sacks, 6.5 sacks, 2.5 sacks. 14 sacks in 3 years. I'm good. Yeah, he's a muck. He's a blocking tight end. He's, like I said, he's probably the Mercedes Lewis replacement. The real Phil Sims. Do you think the Bears should get either? Here we are, Phil. We're talking about it. So Joey Bosa. I'm a Mac. I'm on Mac here, man. Happy Friday. Where are you typing in here, OD? Unless it's your work Friday. Are you across the pond? It's possible. I know our guy Eli is. LOL says, Wayne, I know I'm surrounded by Cub fans, but being a loyal Sox fan, do you think the Sox will be better this year? I guess it depends on what we're saying about better. Do I think they'll have more wins? Sure. I don't think they'll have. I think they'll have over 100 losses again. I'm concerned about the pitching depth. Paul Canerco podcast on the channel, available. If you've seen it, great. Like, rate, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. But yeah, just awesome. 40 minutes with Paulie walking down memory lane. He gives his thoughts on the team. We need Josh Sweat. Yeah, Josh Sweat's going to get paid. It'd be interesting to have Sweat on each side, though, wouldn't it? I wonder if I don't know if the Eagles will be able to bring him back. I'm curious to see what that deal looks like. Lip Ripper says, my Mac jersey could come back into the rotation, so sign me up. This is just, is it Khalil Mack or Joey Bosa? And yeah, availability. The best, what did it say? The best availability is availability. Godfather is going to throw a hammer down on the Ricketts. If Xfinity starts charging me more to watch Cubs games, that's coming. That's the last straw. Can't watch Blackhawks games. Now the Cubs. Nice going, Tom Ricketts. Just for the record, this isn't Tom Ricketts' fault. This is an Xfinity RSN problem across the board, coast to coast. Okay. Xfinity is no longer going to carry teams on the tier that they've been on. CHSN doesn't have a deal, as we know. If the Cubs and the White Sox do get a deal, it'll both be on the premier platform. It will cost more money, and likely half of the 70% of people who can see the games in their current format or how they watch in the past, that'll get cut in half, around 30 or 34%, or 30 to 35%. That's not a Tom Ricketts problem, unfortunately. It's a problem for Tom Ricketts. It's just not his fault. Christian, I hope the Bears don't overpay for Josh Sweat. I know. I'm like lukewarm on him. I feel like he's kind of like the sexy available name, and I'm just like, I don't know. Running down the sack totals on Josh Sweat, okay, folks? Here they are since 2019. 4, 6, 7.5, 11, 6.5, 8. For that type of money, don't you think we're asking for a little bit more? That's why I feel like Khalil Mack makes a lot of sense here, especially if it's like a 2-year deal. OD says, I think Sweat's it's more of a product of the rest of the Philly squad. Interesting take. I want to mitigate the cap roster risk and not take that. I agree with that, especially from that interior presence. I'm willing to probably pass on Josh Sweat. Now, will the Bears get him? We'll have that conversation next week and what that looks like. Javon Hargrave, we need D-line. Great point, David. just a moment ago, and it seemed like it was trending this way, that I saw Adam Schefter say that the Niners on day one are going to cut him loose. Now, I'd be more interested in somebody like him over a Josh Sweat. Wayne, I don't want to see what we gain with. I don't see what we gain with Mack. I believe we need a bit more of a push opposite of Sweat. I see Mack dropping off. I mean, he's dropped off, but he's still a really good, motivated football player. And I honestly don't think I know he only had 6 sacks last year. But his 3 seasons in LA, where he made the Pro Bowl every year, he had 31 sacks. 8, 17, and 6. Certainly a more productive player than Joey Bosa. Older player, but still has a high motor. I still think there's something there, especially if he's not going to be the guy. No to Bosa, says Erica. It's Williams or Mack. I think we're all kind of feeling like we're on the same. I don't think there's anybody here that has actually said, give me Joey Bosa. Erica also chiming in with the Cubs 2025 NL Central champs. Let's go. I think you're right. And I actually think we'll get more into the baseball as we get closer to opening day here, which, by the way, is 12 days away for the Cubs in Japan. I think the Cubs might be better than we all think. Clyde, what about the career of Joey Bosa? If he's healthy, he's those 3 words there in that last sentence, Clyde, if he's healthy, he hasn't been, which means I'm not going out in free agency and giving him a ton of dollars. Or if I am, maybe it's a short-term deal. He's only played double-digit games in 5 of his 9 seasons, okay? He's played 16 games 3 times ever in his career. He had a year where he played 11, a year where he played 10, and then 6, 4, 5, 9. That's a guy who does play at a high productive level when healthy. He's made 93 starts in 9 years. I'm sorry. I need more. James, Khalil Mack for north of $20 million per season is crazy. I don't know, man. Like, it's the cost of doing business. Phil, I'm going to go just a tick under, but I just said I think they're going to be better than we all think. I do think that they're going to be about 93 wins. That's my pick right now. Kyle, my guy. I know the king of positivity here. Good afternoon, Kyle. Happy Thursday. Here's my first 3 draft picks. We're going to have to do a mock draft as we get closer to the draft for the Bears. Pending other free agency moves, Kelvin Banks Jr., 10, Jack Sawyer, 39, Jake Majors, 41. More linemen, the better. Your thoughts? That's what I've been saying. Use all your picks on linemen, both sides of the football. 285 or more, athletic as hell, and driving people that way. I'm with you, Kyle. Swayze says, what do you think about Gage Workman? I'm hearing that he's really intriguing young. He's had a good spring. I could pull him up. I mean, do you feel comfortable? First of all, it looks like Matt Shaw is going to work out just fine. He's healthy. Now, Gage Workman, 25 years old, AA last year. 280, 366, 843 OPS, 18 and 89. Pretty impressive player, and he's had a good spring. I'm trying to pull up his numbers from the spring right now real quick. In 25 at-bats, he's 9 for 25 with a 360 average, 2 homers, 9 ribbies. He's been very good. I like his frame, though. 6'4", 202. KO, hard pass on Joey B. Max stats. I just gave them. I'll give them again. Khalil Mack last year. That's Josh Sweat. I got Joey Bosa. Let me get you Khalil Mack. I think I said he had 6 sacks and 16 starts. So I understand. People want more than 6 sacks. So do I. But you got to work with it. He didn't have a healthy Joey Bosa with him either. So he had 16 starts. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. That's exactly what he had. Wait, who am I looking at here? Is this Khalil Mack? Yeah, Khalil Mack. Yeah, he had 6 sacks a year ago, coming off of a 17-sack season the year prior. Chef Paul, my man, what's up, dude? I hope you chimed in for the bet of the day again. We're gonna get to it a little bit. Got the Aviators today, cash money. Hope you're getting that pizza ready, Chef. Joey Bosa's great grandfather, Tony Carter. Yep. The Bosa's lineage to the NFL, and just they're crazy. The whole thing has been well documented. Clyde says he thinks his Chicago White Sox go 62 and 100 in 2025. I think I'm going to bet you, Clyde. Got to figure out what that looks like. I don't think they get to 62, pal. If they do, that's a 21 game improvement. And I think it's probably the best in all of baseball. There you go. OD, man. There's nothing worse than being a day ahead. Still riding high. You did call the team to. Yeah, you and I both. I should have parlayed it, but I didn't. So anyway, we both got the win. You're riding high. I'm riding high. We both got the win. Best ability. Thank you, Ronald. The best ability is availability. That's the line. Ronald, I appreciate that chiming in. The scrolls. This is a problem with Illinois leadership and what they allow companies to do. What do you got? Scrolls? Where's that coming from, man? Josh, I think these moves the Bears have made is signaling something greater, maybe one or two big moves. I think something big's coming too. I don't know what that means, but let's just wait and see. Lip Ripper thinks the White Sox hit the over win total, which I last saw is 53.5. Still sucks. Think about that. That's a 13 game improvement, which is pretty impressive. I honestly don't know. I would not touch it. If I were to touch it, I think I'm leaning under, which is crazy. You think 58 and 104? It's not, it's terrible, but think about it. It's a 17 game improvement. Red Sea, do you think Bears are going to do defense or offense with the 10th pick or trade out of it? I think for right now, Red, it's absolutely impossible to answer that question until we see what happens next week. Because a week ago, I don't think any of us anticipated to be standing here talking about the acquisition of 2 starting linemen prior to free agency. So I don't think I can answer. I think right now I'm leaning that they'd go either way. It'd still be a big guy up front, but I don't know. I want to see. Scrolls is right. For those saying, I think it was Clyde, that Joey Bosa would command Mack would command double teams to open up room for Sweat. So, Dustin, given the cost of both Jonah Jackson and Joe Thuney, I feel Dahlman is out of play. Why? The Bears are still plenty under the cap with those 2 guys. Plenty. He is not out of play for Chicago. Now, Ryan Kelly, yes, is still a good fit. But I'm just telling you right now, Drew Dahlman is not out of the question. The Bears have the money to get that done. Josh says you don't need Khalil Mack to come in here and be the star he once was when he was here in 2018, which he actually has already said publicly he's looking for. He doesn't want that, which sometimes that would alert me to be like, I don't know if I want a guy like that. He just wants to play football. He came here as the highest paid player in the NFL and at the cost of 2 first-round picks. Not anymore. So I agree with you, Josh. Do you do a recap after every Cubs game? If so, that's all I'll be watching. WGN was, where are you? Yes, Godfather. We do a recap after every game, 162 games. Every White Sox game, 162 games. Every Bulls game, 82 games. Every Bears game. Hawks right now, we're figuring that one out. We tried Hawks last year. Wasn't really resonating. It's not like we're not caring about them. We care about the Blackhawks. We do a recap after every single game at Chicago sports. Right now, we do the podcast. We have a Cubs podcast with Gordon and Cap. We'll be taping one later this afternoon. We do a White Sox podcast with me and Brian Anderson. We had Paulie Canerco on. That's out on the channel right now. We do a Bulls podcast with sometimes Bulls beat writer Joe Colley. We do the recap rush hour. There's a lot of stuff on our channel. Stay with us. Costs you nothing, Godfather. Okay? We appreciate you. It costs you absolutely nothing. So keep supporting us. We keep supporting you. Yeah, Josh, that's exactly what I said earlier. If he were playing at a high level, they'd keep him. Swayze, great job, guy. The comments are off the charts. People are letting one good Super Bowl performance cloud their judgment on Sweat. He's been okay for the most of it. Yeah, 43 sacks, guys. Doesn't deserve elite money. Sometimes it's about getting the money when there's nobody else available. So the timing's right for him. Someone's going to pay him. Chase Young has been linked to the Bears as a possible fit to pair with Montez. I know that the Bears medical staff in the past, when they were looking at him to acquire before Sweat, didn't love his medicals. Did not love him. So we'll see. And why? Yeah, we'll just see about that. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know about the teammate thing either. Wayne says he's drafting for a big edge rusher that'll be with the team for years to come. You can't convince me otherwise. I'm fine with that. Happy we extended Josh Blackwell. I think it was a 2-year deal. Erica points that out. He deserves it. Scroll says, Swayze, thank you. I'm tired of hearing about the Eagles when they weren't even the favorites to win the NFC. Yeah, but they did win the Super Bowl. Josh, Guff, someone asked me, should we be worried about Kyle Tucker because of his play in spring training? I told him, don't worry. He will wake up when the season starts. He was like, I don't know, man. This is concerning. I am not someone. Here's the only time, Josh, I get concerned about spring training. When a guy's not playing. When a guy there's an injury, it's lingering, he's not getting ABs. A guy like Kyle Tucker has the resume, dude. I'm fine. As long as he's playing, I don't really care about spring training. Let him get his work in, get him healthy, get him to the season, and then we go from there. Lip Ripper. Went 3-2 last night with my picks, but hedged Minnesota with the recap bet of the day. So thank you, Guff. We'll be getting to the recap bet of the day here soon. Went back and looked. 13-4 run we're on right now on the recap bet of the day. So if you've been with us, and I know Lip Ripper has been, Chef Paul, for those of you wanting to sprinkle, it's college basketball tournament season. I have been all over college basketball. So shocking, I do have a college basketball. A lot of games. This is where it gets fun. There's games going to be all afternoon. There's games today at 2 o'clock. All kinds of games. We'll be doing the bet of the day. I want to build this team in Ben's vision, not Howie Roseman, says the Scrolls. Agreed. Any news on the move to Arlington Heights? You paid for the land, make the move. Of course, we know there's a political landscape of that. It does sound like there's a smoke and fire starting to lean towards the northwest suburbs. Wayne, I'm going to keep bringing it up that we need some swag for your channel. You know what, Wayne? I keep writing it down, my friend. So appreciate that. Lip Ripper's got the Indiana State and Southern Illinois game on while watching the lunch hour. Great way to spend lunch. I had a tip to bet the under in that game, Lip, but us that are here in Illinois, I know that doesn't include you. I can watch the game, though. A little scouting for the future. Can't bet on these stupid college sports in Illinois on the public books. You have to go offshore. It's ridiculous. Mack has had more sacks than anyone on our defense has in the season. Would be a huge upgrade. I agree. Kevin, going to be a 40 to 50 win team. He's talking about the White Sox. Al Capone was my grandma's cousin. Just saying. I ain't messing with you, Godfather. You know how I feel about you. Whatever you need, dude, I got you. I got you. No, we've been talking about it here, Sean Schefter. We are not going after Joey Bosa. Can't stay on the field. I would take Nick Bosa or Joey Bosa over old Khalil Mack. Clyde, you're the one, dude. You're going to be pissed on. We'll be doing the lunch hour here, and you're going to be sitting here going, why did we sign Joey Bosa? Can't stay on the field. Phil, would you be surprised if Bosa goes to the Niners with Salah back as DC? That defense would be ridiculous if healthy. The Bosas have talked in the past about teaming up to play together. Colson Montgomery was on MLB Network saying he's working to get back. I think most of it's precautionary, but to your point, Eli, it's about time he starts getting in the lineup soon. Eric, then you should bet, because I can tell you right now, there is zero chance in hell that that's happening. I mean, save the receipt, but there is no chance that they're getting to be 500 baseball. I have a feeling Poles is going to do something massive on the defensive side in free agency. I can feel it, says Erica. There's Pablo. If for no other reason, Pablo, I got a treat for you here in a second. If for no other reason, sign Mack for that one play he seems to have every season where he throws his guy behind the line of scrimmage by about 10 years with one arm, sets the tone, causes a fumble, and returns it for a touchdown. My guy Mo, more O linemen, more D linemen, more. I mean, that's simple. Put it on a T-shirt and send it to Ryan Poles. I completely agree with you. How many wins would Will Venable get manager of the year votes? I'm assuming you're talking about if they made it to a 500 team, he should win it. He would win it. If they're 58-104, and even though they've improved 17 games, not sure he's going to get a vote. A couple more here, guys. The comments are absolutely pouring in. Leon, would Bosa be bad as a depth piece if he took a small deal? It depends on what that. I think there's going to be a team out there that's going to bet on the upside. Like here, if it was giving Sweat a massive ton of money or taking a chance on what Joey Bosa has left, probably going with the chance on Joey Bosa. But I don't know. Chris, Southside Sox in Tinley Park in the old mental hospital, 285 acres near I-80, I-57. Oh, he wants to bring the Sox down there. That's probably going to not happen, Chris, but I like the idea of putting all of our teams in the suburbs now, right? Pablo, good question. I'm trying to work on this. The Recap Lunch Hour White Sox opening day live show. I would like to do a couple things. Recap Lunch Hour and a live White Sox recap podcast. So I'm working on this stuff. Keep the ideas coming, guys. If you want us out there, and we want to keep doing this stuff, keep the ideas coming. I want to this is what this show is. It started as nothing. And then this community every single day, we keep doing this. And here we are. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to, what time it is, especially for those of you who've been playing. Get ready, Pablo. Get ready. Sometimes the hook kicks your butt, and sometimes the hook brings you back. The Wisconsin Badgers, baby, finished the job, win by 7 last night at Minnesota to cash another ticket. A 3-0 week so far. We are now 2 games over 500, and I got another Big Ten action for you tonight. Michigan State laying 6.5 on the road. I don't like to make this a habit. I'm wearing the glasses because we're paying money. Every time we cash a bet, Pablo had the idea to bring out the Aviators, and here we are. We're bringing out the Aviators. I'm going Sparty. Michigan State can win the Big Ten title outright tonight by themselves. In the biggest, most crowded Big Ten ever, they can win it outright. Iowa is 1-13 against the number. 1-13 against the number the last 14 games. This actually has dropped a full point since this morning, so I even like it more. Tells me sharp money's coming in on Iowa. I'm going to reverse the trend here. I'm back in the Spartans. Matter of fact, I already put the bet in. I'm laying the 6.5 because of what Michigan State has left in the tank. And I know how much Izzo cares about winning a Big Ten title. We are going Sparty Lip Ripper. Let's go. Absolutely. Godfather, my lunch tastes better when I eat it with you. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Chef, if your pick of the day keeps winning, you're going to get free beers with it? Oh, okay. Now, Chef, you've gone to that. I think let's make a deal, Chef. First of all, it has kept winning. It's a 13-4 stretch run. If we finish the week 5-0, I think I've earned the free. Can we make a deal right now here? The pizza's already happened. The beers happen if we have a 5-0 week. Here he is, Sean Schefter. Izzo complains about calls all the dude. He's earned it. Tom Izzo has earned the right. There's plenty of coaches who complain about calls all the time. Let me get your picks, Lip Ripper. They're way back up here. I think I saw you put some in. You might need to copy and paste that. Let me try to find that real quick. I have lost it. You might need to copy and paste your picks here, pal, because there's so many comments today that I can't keep up. And I thought I saw you post your picks earlier. Godfather says 86 and 76. Thanks or no thanks to Tom Riggins. I'm saying 93. 86 and 76 doesn't get him in. Lip Ripper, laying the 7 with Sparty. 6.5 where I'm at. Sunbelt, Texas State -7. Robert Morris is my backup play. We're on the same page playing, I believe, Wright State. Robert Morris is the second best team in the nation against the spread. It's a fishy line because Robert Morris's only loss in the last 2 months was to Wright State. It was a pick 'em earlier in the year, and Robert Morris won by 2. The number 6.5, I think I'm going to lay it just because of the history. All right. Appreciate all the comments. You guys are the best. Love doing this with you. Love bringing it. We got one more day this week. The sun's out. The clocks are turning. We're going ahead this week. Thank God, dude. We are about to have 7 p.m. sunsets around here. I'm all for it. Let's keep cashing tickets. Keep cashing tickets so I can keep wearing the Aviators as we build up that account. And by the way, I do this. Pull money out as you're winning. Pay yourself. Don't just don't get happy at that fat balance. Keep some in there to play with. Keep paying yourself too. Okay? For everyone at the recap, love the hoodie. 7 days in a row. JD, he got on. My guy. Love that man. He's my brother. JD, he got on today. He told me, I'm going to get on. I'm going to make a comment. I'm going to try to get it, or I'm watching it live, and he got it live. Appreciate you guys all. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of your people. And we'll be so much better if we do. For everyone at the Recap, have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Let's cash some tickets. Go Sparty. Hang the banner. Win the Big Ten tonight. Run it up in Iowa City. This has been the Recap Lunch Hour with Guff. Me, Ryan McGuffey. We will see you guys as we end the week tomorrow right here on the Recap Lunch Hour.